This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
Quiet on the set, please! Silence! Silence!
I knew you'd come. I'm not finished with you!
I am the cream, the cream of the crop.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening.
Because we don't just set the bar, we are the bar.
Hey, hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on thebrokeninfinite.com and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and independent scene. My name's Matty Jay, reminding you that I'm an idiot sometimes. That's what new script. I actually had to cut out a few things. We're still on Podomatic and all that good stuff, but as far as the live stuff, we're on Twitch. My name's Matty Jay, that's TWK.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm TWK of TWK Reviews, and welcome to the madness.
Yeah, welcome to the madness. We got Slim Jims, yes sir, Slim Jims aplenty. Hey, we're not alone in this gimmick that we call life. And then life, and by life I mean podcast / live show / radio gimmick with a chat and a thing, and you see on the screen all that stuff. You might have noticed we got someone else in there. You might have noticed we got a Mumbles, everybody.
Oh yeah, it's Mumbles. You might be wondering why I'm not in that plane up there. It's because there's not an intercontinental title match up in that plane. Oh yeah. Thank you.
No, Deadpool LPH. Deadpool was last night. Went to see the Deadpool movie last night, actually. First screening in the IMAX theater, too.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Nice.
First screening available, obviously. My first IMAX movie, too. Worth it. That's all I'm going to say for now.
Wait, you never been to IMAX
Ever?
I've been to an IMAX 3D gimmick, way back when it was like the 3D glasses like hooked up to like a big monster headset thing. Never been to an actual IMAX movie, so
before? Wow.
yeah. When it was like at the
Quite the experience
museum and
then.
it was like this big expensive thing or whatever. One of those nature movies. Never went to an actual IMAX movie.
Wow.
So that's
Must have
the
been quite
first
the
one.
experience then.
And I picked a good one.
So I've heard.
Also, Deadpool 2 was fucking awesome.
Yay. I'm gonna see it tomorrow. I'm excited.
I will tell you right now, and this is not a spoiler. This is just a simple
Fact.
piece, just a simple fact of life. Don't stick around past the mid-credit scenes. There is no post-credit scene.
Oh, thank God. Thank you for telling me.
You don't go. We don't have to wait till the credits, though. You are gonna get a very well. If you want to stick around, the music's good, but you're not gonna get any extra stuff for your effort.
Any juice. No extra juice.
I will say this. They blew their load in the mid-credit scene, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
They didn't need no post-credit scene. The mid-credit scenes. Oh yeah.
Okay, then we all look for those of us who have not seen it yet. We'll look forward to seeing it in the future. Then,
Yes, in the future.
speaking of the future, we're going to be predicting the future of wrestling within this podcast. However, before that, Maddie, tell them the format.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff and things. We got some news, as we usually do in the first segment. We'll talk about that. Of course, your email and comment. You folks have been slacking. We got French Otaku only tonight, so we'll do a bit of a Q&A once we're done with that.
Get questions for Mumbles.
Yeah,
what we
question
want.
for Mumbles. She went to Japan, so we could talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about that and Best of Super Juniors in the third segment, because why? Best of Super Juniors kicking off this week, and actually kicked off today at Curtain
Maddie,
Hall earlier today.
Maddie, you said it wrong. It's Best of the Super.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Best of the Super Juniors.
No, not Tony Chimo. ACH.
That's true. ACH is in this. Super Junior.
Pay respect to your fellow nerd lord.
Super Juniors.
Okay, that was just adorable.
Yeah, that was. But we got a little bit of the debate, a little bit of stuff and things to start off first. Our clip of the week. I had some weeks I'm like, I don't know what to pick, and decided I'm gonna get a discussion going with our clip of the week this week.
Oh.
As many of you know by now, WWE were doing their traditional post-WrestleMania tour of Europe and have decided to do a couple of TV tapings at the O2 in London, England. And, well, obviously, Roman was there, and he was received in the typical UK style. And by typical, I mean everyone else is giving him the same shit anyways, but I don't know. You folks tell me. Where did I put my clips? I have my clips. They're right there. I forgot to move them to the right folder. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Listen very carefully to how the things were said when Roman Reigns wanted Jinder Mahal or another thing. And, well, I don't know. Listen, and I'll ask you the question. Take a listen to Roman Reigns for me real quick.
Last week I got robbed. And this time it wasn't by WWE management. This time it was by Jinder Mahal. So I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Jinder, if you wanna be more relevant than you've ever been in your entire career, then come out here to my yard and face me like a man.
I regret to inform you that Jinder will not be coming out.
Since when did you start speaking for Jinder?
I don't speak for Jinder. I speak for WWE management. When I denied Jinder the opportunity to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match, I was thinking emotionally. I was wrong. As a leader, I should be thinking logically. That's what's best for business. Jinder is a former WWE champion, and tonight he will have the opportunity to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match when he's in a triple threat match against Elias and Bobby Lashley.
Add me in, make it a fatal four-way. I'll beat Jinder, and then I'll qualify for Money in the Bank. Perfect.
That's not gonna happen either. WWE management has made it perfectly clear that you will have no more qualifying opportunities. Listen. I know how you feel. This sucks, okay? You got screwed last week. I mean, you got screwed against Brock Lesnar when the ref made a bad judgment call at Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't blame you if you're upset with me.
I get it. You got a family, you got a job to do, and at the end of the day, you're just doing what you have to do.
Thank you. I know that
And now, I'm gonna go and do what I have to do.
All right. Now that you've heard this, obviously UK. Love the sound of the UK crowd. It's different. But the question I want to ask you before we get to the listen channels, is it just me? And this has been in my head all week. Is it just me, or is Roman Reigns starting to sound more like a heel in this promo?
I mean, logically, he is.
Logically, he is.
If we want to talk about logic, WWE, let's get him down to brass tacks. Fucking Jinder was denied a chance at Money in the Bank. He won his match. He went in like a babyface, asking for a chance to get into Money in the Bank, and he was denied it. That logically.
And then he goes and beats up Jinder Mahal. As would, it's okay. He's pissed off, and then Jinder, T-Dub, you're gonna love the words out of my mouth. He starts to get that baby face fire. He's like, no, I don't care. I'm gonna get that briefcase. He gets speared through that drywall fire thing. So again, is it just me, or is Roman Reigns sounding more and more like a heel now, especially after that promo?
He does sound like one, but the problem is they're probably never going to portray him as one because they're still going to have the announcement. Because the announcers are still going to like babyface him up.
Of course, but it's like the wording. Listen to the word. Don't listen to the crowd. Don't listen to Kurt. Don't even listen to anyone else. Listen to how Roman is saying those words, and I'm like, like this guy's a heel. He's talking like a heel.
I just wish WWE would actually portray him like one.
The thing is that his story isn't heelish. His story, the way that it's conceived, is he has earned all of these opportunities. He's probably won the belt when he was in Saudi Arabia, but the man is keeping him down because Vince doesn't like him. But, they don't know how to write that. They have no clue how to write that for Roman because it doesn't fit for him. It's never going to fit. And so when he delivers those lines and when those lines are written for him, they come across as unnatural and therefore heelish. Mm-hmm. So I just don't think that they realize that they're doing that. But I remember, I can't remember the feud, but there was this one feud with Roman where everything he did, it was like, this is a bad man. He's doing bad guy stuff.
But you're probably thinking of Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Because
it's funny because you were thinking of Strowman, I was thinking of Rusev.
Rusev too.
Both are good examples. Both are great examples.
Yes. Rusev, definitely. Rusev just wanted to live his life, marry his wife, chill, be happy, be successful.
Show off a slideshow of his homeland.
Right? And Roman is just like, I'm going to beat you up because reasons or whatever. But
because I'm American or something like that. By the way, I'm sorry, Reverend. I was playing There's No Easy Way Out, which is what he played on the radio when he thought he was going to get fired. That I am so sorry, dude. Did not expect that. Did not mean to drudge up bad memories there.
Hey, at least you're not out of a job, right? Right?
It sounds like you're not out of a job, which is not a bad thing.
If it makes you feel better, I can't listen to 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies anymore because it was a song I was listening to right before I got let go.
Oh.
So I know how that feels.
I think we all have that one song that we just have attached to a bad memory.
Yep.
For me, it's Breaking the Habit, which is the song I heard right before the radio DJ announced the death of Randy Savage.
Oh, jeez. Owies. That's tough. That's not okay. Ugh.
I still remember being on the road, just being like, wait, he's what?
Like, how? That guy? He can't die.
Yeah, that's Randy Savage. He's like, him, Hogan, and Flair are going to be alive for fucking ever. They can't, what?
I know, right?
Anyway,
let's get to the news.
Yeah, let's
what do we have?
First off, is SmackDown going to be 3 hours too?
Oh,
I
boy.
hope not.
Okay. So, and by the way, all right, we're good. I just found out I got the full-time position I applied for, but now I have to survive another month on just a part-time wages. You could do it, pal. You could do it.
You got this.
We
All
believe in you.
You can do it. All right.
I
So
believe in you.
that's
I
too
love that
adorable.
cute voice.
Ah, I love that voice. Anyway, that being said, so here's what's going on. WWE, they're looking to shop Raw and SmackDown around. NBC Universal, they want to keep Raw where it is. You know, they want to pay like I think of what I heard, like $400 million.
They're going to be paying 3 times whatever their current deal is.
So around the $450, they were going for about $159 at the current deal. So around the $450 mark in the $1 million ranges, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. But SmackDown's being shopped around. Of course, some of you may have read about Fox being interested in acquiring some WWE programming. And Fox, they decided to split their deal with UFC. They want to keep some UFC, and the UFC's going to go fuck off on Telemundo or whatever, you know. I don't watch UFC.
Fight Pass.
Yeah. No, wait. There's a network for UFC now.
Yeah,
There's a
Fight
network for-
Pass.
There's a network for literally everything.
Fair enough. But anyway, if you and for any of you MMA fans, I apologize. I don't care about your sport. I'm a casual fan.
I've been a fan of mixed martial arts for about 14 years now.
Oh, okay. Like I
I
said,
don't understand it, but I like when the one guy hits the other guy. And
yeah,
then that guy falls
I'm
down
with
and
Mumbles.
gets hurt.
I'm like,
yeah.
show me a
Many times I can't
GSP
fans
fight,
because I
I'll
rent-
watch. Show me a Brock Lesnar fight, I might be interested, though nowadays probably
yeah.
not as much.
The thing is, I first got interested because I rented one of the UFC video games on PS2,
Oh,
and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. Except this is during a time when it was all still on pay-per-view only. But like a couple years later, it's like, oh, now it's on Spike TV. I'm like, ooh, yay, I get to watch this for free now.
I like the Diaz brothers because they should be in pro wrestling. I watched
Yeah,
this
like-
one Nick
Chael
Diaz
Son,
fight.
the Diaz
and-
brothers, Chael Sonnen is a great promo too.
Yeah.
Conor
yeah.
McGregor, before he decided to fuck up a bus full of UFC fighters and fuck up half his fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah, that wasn't okay. That was stupid.
During WrestleMania weekend, a McGregor OSW called, "You're a C-word."
I love Conor McGregor so much. He's such a heel.
He is such a heel. Anyway, so the bottom line is, if the deal goes down with SmackDown, goes to either Fox or FS1, the deal is they might go 3 hours. Which, I'm with you, T-Dub. That Riftdown's dead if that happens.
Yeah, I'm just not going to watch Raw or SmackDown if SmackDown goes to 3 hours. I'll just be done.
That's too much.
I'll have it on in the
That's too much.
background.
It's not just the name of a pricing game on The Price is Right. That's too much. That's too much wrestling.
Guys, here's a pro tip from someone who watches a lot of pro wrestling. Ha. Just have it on in the background. We have 4 TVs in our house. We just put it on one of the TVs and then we go do other shit. And then Braun Strowman comes on the TV and then I run in and yell with him. We yell at the same time and I watch his match and then go do other shit.
Oh,
Yeah, seriously, that's how you watch wrestling. Is you don't watch most of it, but it's on there. It's in one of the.
don't
rooms
watch
it's playing.
most of it, or do what I do on Monday nights. I get some buddies together on Skype and we watch it together and we shoot the shit
There you
while
go.
during the boring shit.
Yeah,
I guess another part of it for me is that I just don't want to support WWE doing all these 3-hour shows. They've been expanding the lengths of every single show, and it's getting to me to be a little bit ridiculous. And
I mean,
we
you
all know
want ridiculous 5-hour house show on a network? That's bullshit. 7 hours of WrestleMania, 5-hour main show. Fuck that. I'm done.
What if they dedicated what if they moved Sammy and Kevin over back to SmackDown, and they dedicated 1 full hour to Sami Zayn being cute? What if they did that?
Then I might consider it. Only then.
That's what I thought.
You know what?
Either that, or they make the first hour the 205 Live.
That could work as well. Also, is it just, you bring up Sami Zayn? God damn it, we're gonna have another. It's Bailey. It's your life gimmick, are we?
Yes, we are. We are
I
going to have
am not.
awful.
I'm sorry.
Awful
Why do we
segment.
need to saddle Sami goddamn Zayn to such a shitty fucking angle?
Because he was getting too over as himself, as per the usual. But
God damn it,
He
Vinny!
gets over. He gets to be himself, and then they're like, "Oh no, everybody likes him. Let's have him do something dumb."
All because Bobby Lashley cut the all-out bad, worst promo of a year. And don't deny it, that's gonna be on the list somewhere.
Do you want to hear a funny story about that, though? Okay, so we were watching that promo, and I was like, "Oh my god, his sister seems so mean." And then my husband turns to me and goes, "Yeah, it's almost like they dug a hole and then, made their brother dig a hole and then stand in the hole for an hour." And that's something I did as a big sister. So I was like, "Oh no, it's about me. This is my life. I'm Bobby Lashley's big sister."
Oh, so you're gonna be on Raw this Monday then.
That's right. I'm gonna talk about how much of a twerp he is.
No. Well, if you're gonna be on Raw, kayfabe. Kayfabe.
That's right.
Be sure if you're gonna be on Raw, at least wear a Los Cinco Bernabes de Japón hat.
Yes. and if you do, please tell Kevin, Matty D and Matty J say hi.
I will. And then
he'll know who Matty D is. He'll have no fucking clue who Matty J is.
I'm just gonna put my arms around Braun's neck and have him drag me around the arena. That's my plan. That's my plan for the night. No, more like dragging.
That's okay. You can be Yoda. It'll be my cardio workout.
Yes! Oh my god. I love Braun Strowman so much.
I think he might be a little tall to be Yoda, though.
No, he's big too. It'll be fine.
I think he's about the size of your husband, isn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, if I put my arms around his neck and then he dragged me, he would literally be dragging me. Like my feet would be on the ground, which is too bad.
You're too tall.
Too tall.
You're too tall, big Nicholas. He's going to 5th grade next year. Raw!
Only Braun could have made that tag team match work.
Oh, God. This is how I got over playing a double bass, bitches.
Oh, my God.
So,
I'm marking out for an impression of Braun Strowman. That's how much I love Braun Strowman.
Improv, bitches. Anyway.
Moving on, something that I don't think any of us are marking out for. It's Nia Jax's next challenger for her title, and it's Ronda Rousey.
I get it on a business standpoint because it's one of those things. This is a hot debate. Is it too early? If it's not too early, I'm kind of in the middle here because it's like WWE has Ronda Rousey. I'm assuming for a lot of money.
Yes.
You want to get some of that pay-per-view money back, or at least the network money in this case. I don't know if it's the smartest move to put her second televised wrestling match as a championship match, but at the same time, having seen her first televised match, she's gonna be green as shit. But
yeah,
if this is highly choreographed,
hand.
She's like, a better. Go ahead.
I was gonna say sorry, go ahead, Mumbles.
Sorry, I was gonna say that Nia might fucking accidentally hurt her. Like Nia's not a good hand, and
no.
as much as Nia has improved, like you should have put the belt on Bayley or Sasha or I don't know, have Charlotte have that belt for some reason.
Would it be smarter to build up the 4 horsewomen angle and have maybe Sasha hold the belt for a little bit and she goes down?
Safety reasons.
And then Bayley challenges Ronda at SummerSlam. She goes down. And then bring in Becky Lynch for Survivor Series. She goes down. And then builds up to that dream match of her versus Charlotte at WrestleMania, which is what the end goal, I'm assuming, would be.
Just for the sake of safety.
Yeah.
Maybe have her second match with someone who's a little more seasoned than Nia.
Here's what I thought. I thought they were going to build up a match between her and Natalya, which is the safer hand.
Sure. Yeah. Why didn't we have Natalia, cat lady, turn on Ronda and have them have a match at Money in the Bank or something. Like,
That's
why
exactly where I thought that was going.
That's what
like,
I
this
think.
should have been.
I think the entire wrestling community saw that, them hugging, during the superstar shakeup or whatever. It's the fucking draft, man. It's called the fucking draft. But you see, Ronda in the office with Kurt, and then in comes Natalia, and they hug, and then all of a sudden there's a run in or there's a tag match where she's like obviously protected as Ronda, and then swerve.
Yeah, why not?
I was thinking they were either going to put her against Natalia or put her in a tag match with Natalia against somebody in Money in the Bank to further protect her.
Yeah, you would think a tag team match would have been. I keep going back to Bam Bam versus Lawrence Taylor. It's obviously not a good example, but this is that was Lawrence Taylor's one and only wrestling match. And the only thing that's like the saving grace for Ronda is like, for what it looks like, she's got cardio for days. She can handle herself for about a good 10-minute match, which is what Nia versus her should be around the length of. Like, am I wrong? Am I right? Am I reading
yeah,
the
you're
word
definitely
right,
right. I'm just like, the one thing I'm worried about is the fact that because Nia Jax isn't the best in the ring herself, and Ronda Rousey's still green her as well, I'm just worried about the quality of this match. And
I'm not expecting much. Same thing as I was with WrestleMania. I was not expecting much, but I was blown away still by the level of selling. There's still a few things wrong. I mean, Jock's watch, OSW joke, is there for a reason. Trish Stratus was probably rolling in her bed while she was sleeping because she wasn't in her grave. She's alive and well. But see, this is where I'm kind of pissed off I didn't get to go to Auto Comic-Con last weekend. Because I would have asked her that question. It's like, what'd you think of Ronda? Like, her adjusting her gear. But
I'm sure she's probably got at least one person to ask her that.
This is where I'm kind of bummed. But Morphicon, it's worth it. Borrow Morphicon, worth it.
Yeah, I guess we can just hope that they rehearse the hell out of this match.
That's the only thing I could think of. Rehearse it and hope Ronda still has her cardio up.
I'm curious to see if Ronda's actually going to win. Part of me thinks that if she does win, they've completely given up on Nia because of the promo that Nia gave after she won that fucking died a terrible death and got booed. I think it was at Backlash.
Yeah, Backlash. No, the promo at Backlash was absolute shit. And here's the thing. It's not her fault.
No,
this is WWE force-feeding a fucking message when really all you needed was Nia Squash and Alexa Bliss, who was a heel, walk away, raise belt. You're still cheered. You're still a face. Walk away.
Yeah, that shit makes me insane because it was the writing that people were booing. Like, she was doing her best. And so then they're going to punish her because she's not getting over. Like, fuck you.
It's a very WWE thing to do is they misuse talent and then they punish their talent for them misusing them.
Right, exactly. It's crazy.
And I'll get to Vince McMahon telling Kevin Steen to lose some fucking weight, by the way. God damn. Anyway.
Some not so good news. Tom McGee was assaulted.
I saw. Oh my god! I believe you were. Whose picture was it? It was Gibby. Gibby posted the Zach McGinnett. It said Zach McGinnett of Wrestling with Ideas, a good friend of ours. Shared the picture, and I saw that. I'm like, over a parking spot, Al? Over a parking spot?
Yeah, the guy, let's see, let me get the specific injuries.
I'm not showing that on screen. I'm not sharing that with a class, by
he
the
suffered
way.
a broken jaw, eye socket, and a concussion. He was essentially an enhancement talent in the 80s, I believe.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that that happened to him.
Still, no wrestler... period deserves to have that kind of a treatment. That's bullshit. I don't care if you were an enhancement talent.
You want to hear some better news?
I think we need some better news.
The entrants for the UK tournament this year have been announced.
Yeah, UK Championship Tournament. First night is a one-night tournament to determine the number one contender. Night 2 is like a separate card with the main event. UK title, the winner of the tournament versus Pete Dunne.
Although not everyone in this tournament is from the UK.
Which is interesting, but we'll get to that.
Yep. The entrants are Zach Gipson, Joe Coffey, Jack Gallagher, Dave Mustafa, Kenny Williams, El Ligero, Joseph Connors, Amir Jordan, Travis Banks, the Mod Father, Flash Morgan Webster, Jordan Devlin, Tucker, Drew Gulak, Ashton Smith, James Drake, and Tyson T-Bone.
Weird.
Drew Gulak, what are you doing in the UK tournament? I mean, he wrestles a very British style, to be fair, so that kind of makes sense, but Drew, you're an American. What are you doing there?
Did you say El Ligro's in it?
El Ligero.
Oh my God. I'm
I
so
know.
happy for him. That is really, really wonderful and great.
Defiant WCPW / Defiant Wrestling's El Ligero, for those keeping score.
Yeah, the promos where he seems to have gained the most amount of mainstream exposure.
Hi,
Although
I'm
he's
El
been around
Ligero.
forever,
You may remember me from promotions like WCPW and Defiant Wrestling.
Yeah, although he's been around forever, though.
He's been around. I'm just saying, if you have heard him from some of our, those are the two promotions you may have heard him from.
Yeah.
Also, Hi, I'm Troy McClure. Not as good as Troy McClure, but then again, anyway.
So this should be one hell of a tournament. I'm looking forward to it.
That's in June. June's gonna be a good month for wrestling again.
Oh, yes.
Dominion starts it off. UK title tournament. UK specials coming back.
Oh, by the way, Mumbles, how do you feel about the upcoming Omega Okada match?
Oh, let's talk about that real quick.
Oh, buddy, do I have some feelings about that? Can I elaborate on all of my feelings about that?
Do we have time to elaborate? Yeah, I think we have time to elaborate. Go right ahead.
Okay, so as you guys know, right now Kenny and Ibushi are doing this whole Golden Lovers thing. They're talking about how they want to change tag team wrestling. They want to create the best tag team wrestlers in the whole entire world. They want to take on their friends. They want to just kick ass. And then all of a sudden, strangely, Kenny gets a fucking match with Okada in a match that it sounds like he could win. Like 2 out of 3 falls match. That's a Kenny Omega match, if I've ever heard of one. So what are they gonna do? Are they done with Golden Lovers already? Like, is that?
I think it's a case of like, they're still like, it's like the faction partnership type of situation with New Japan. Like they're together, but it's like, okay, that issue has been resolved.
But no,
from what I've seen from the promo, it sounds like Okada's like, dude, I got unfinished business with you. Last year in Osaka, we went to a tie. Fuck that. I want to finish this up.
But if there's anyone on planet Earth that is to beat Okada, most people think it's Naito. It's not. It's Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is the guy that has been built up to be the dude who beats Okada. Naito is just, he's his own thing. He's a dream in the wind from outer space. He's amazing. He's his own deal.
And he and Jericho are going to fucking steal Dominion if they're not careful.
Right, but if
there's a match that could top Naito Jericho, it's 2 out of 3 falls, no time fucking limit.
It's Okada and Omega. It's more than just these two guys have been storyline together. They've had storylines together for what, a year and a half now? Yeah,
and people are gonna go, well, Omega hasn't earned it. This is New Japan doing very long-term booking because
that's what they do.
Here's the thing: most of the time. The big high profile win or loss, the guy who beats the champion, the IWGP champion, or any champion during the G1 Climax, you get a shot at that guy during the tours before Wrestle Kingdom. But here's the thing: Okada only suffered 1 loss that time, and of course there was a tie against Minoru Suzuki, and Suzuki's going to have his 30-minute match against Okada for his 30th anniversary matchup. But that's another deal for another day. But you have Omega, who beat him in the final match of A Block. No, it was B Block, wasn't it?
I don't know.
In the final block match, and Omega finally stuck the landing with One Winged Angel. 1, 2, 3. He beat him. So, logically speaking, yeah, Okada, I still, we got unfinished business. Yeah, he's fucking right. He's got unfinished business.
Okay, but let me finish. Let me talk.
Yeah.
Let me talk. Okay.
So for those playing along at home, this is long-term booking 101. But anyway.
Not only is this long-term booking, but it's also consistent booking.
Yeah.
AKA, if you say that you're in the tag team league right now, that means you are not someone that they're eyeing to give the fucking championship to. So, if Omega wins, that means the Golden Lovers are done. It's not the same as WWE where you're like, I'm also a tag team champion and the WWE champion. I'm both. It doesn't work that way in Japan. You're either in one league or you're in the other league. Also, if Kenny's whole focus is in tag team right now, that means that his focus isn't in singles anymore. So he may not win because he's too preoccupied with being a good tag team wrestler. That said, if he does win, there's probably be a moment where he looks at Ibushi and he's like, I don't give a shit about the Golden Lovers anymore. I want to be champ. I want to be the top. I want to prove that I'm the best in Bullet Club. Let's fucking do this. And if that happens, then the Golden Lovers are dead then. So, there are so many different things that can happen.
I have a counter because
I get the feeling you and I are thinking the same thing, but I'll let you say it.
I'd like to bring up a promo that Ibushi did when the Golden Lovers were first reformed, when he said that they're both going to be focusing on both tag team and singles titles.
But New Japan doesn't work that way.
I know New Japan. No. We know. We get it. But here's the thing.
I don't know why you guys are fighting me on this.
We are fighting about this because you say New Japan's one thing, but here's the thing. Omega and Ibushi do not give a fuck.
But they're not the ones fucking booking the title. The thing is that the main title in New Japan is the most important thing ever. They put it on the most important wrestler ever. They're proving that Okada is the next biggest thing in New Japan, bigger than Tanahashi. Okada's bigger than Tanahashi now. And so if they're going to have someone beat him, then the Golden Lovers don't mean shit. That is going to be Kenny's thing. And that's just how it's going to have to be. So what I think is going to happen is Kenny's going to lose because his focus is on tag team wrestling.
That most likely will happen. On top of that, because they're also trying to tie up all the loose ends with Okada to make sure that everyone knows that he is the top guy. He's beaten all of his past demons. Exactly.
I think that is what's going to happen. I think that, and at that point, Okada can be on the road to be beaten maybe next Wrestle Kingdom, maybe fucking not. We may not see Okada beat for another year. It's possible.
I have a prediction.
Yeah.
My prediction that I made a few times on this podcast already is that the person to beat him will be Tama Tonga, who will also be the new leader of Bullet Club after Omega and Cody are done having their feud.
That's some fan fiction right there. There's no
seeds
way.
Have been planted.
Here's the thing. Yeah, seeds have been planted. They've had that one match when Omega beat him, but I'm like, those are still seeds. Also,
no, that's not what I'm talking about.
How many Biz Cliz OGs are left? Who are the Biz Cliz OGs left in Bullet Club right now? Tama Tonga, Bad Luck Fale.
Yeah, that's true.
To me, the seeds that were planted were during the 5-year reunion when he was the one that reunited the Bullet Club under one banner. He even got the Young Bucks to 2 suites.
Interesting.
And on top of that, who's the one that introduced Taiji Ishimori to the Bullet Club? It wasn't Kenny Omega. It wasn't Cody. It was Tama Tonga.
And for the last 2 years, Tama Tonga on Twitter and also for his promos have been talking about how the Bullet Club needs to get together and stop trying to chase whatever dream Kenny wants to chase whatever dream Cody wants to chase. It's not the spirit of Bullet Club. I know what the spirit of Bullet Club is. I'm the guy that's going to bring it back together. So yeah, I don't think Tama Tonga is going to beat Okada, but I think that it is possible he's going to take over the Bullet Club.
I just would love to see him just with a singles belt around his waist.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him beating Naito for the Intercontinental, but Okada's like a mythical creature now. Like, he's fucking like Mewtwo right now.
Oh, he's not that mythical. Just get Nakamura to kick him in the balls a couple of times. He'll be fine.
In the world of New Japan, he is.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is.
I'm joking, obviously.
He's the Hulkster. Like, no one can beat him.
Wow. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Okada Mania's gonna run wild, dude.
It is. Sorry, I'm really passionate about it. I spend like hours just laying in bed thinking about the different ways that New Japan's going to go. And it's really interesting because I think that Kenny versus Okada isn't just interesting because they have great matches and they have different styles that work well together. It's also this thing happening in New Japan right now where it's American fans, English-speaking fans who love New Japan and who want to be part of New Japan. And then you have the New Japan Japanese people who have been fans for a long time. And so it's this clash of cultures right now. And I think that's what makes them so interesting. So I don't know what's going to happen.
It's a clash of cultures, but at the same time, here's the thing. This is not a wrestling. I'm just enjoying the wrestling, period, at this point. But that's just me.
It's more than wrestling. It's
it really does like transcend it a little bit in that it sort of feels like this next level of storytelling that you're not used to seeing in wrestling all the time.
Yeah,
let me ask you a very quick question before we move on to the rest of the news. Real quick, what do you make of the words of the new president saying, you know, the Japanese have always been okay, one-minded. Now I'm going to take it truly international. I'm not just sticking around. You know, the foreigners, they want to keep everything local. I want to make things international. What do you make of that?
I mean, since they picked a president that isn't like traditional Japanese dude, obviously, yeah, that's the direction they're going. I mean, they already have a show at the Cow Palace in July. They've got an American title. They're the second most popular wrestling promotion in America. New Japan is next to WWE. Like they can go global right now if they want to, and they should. I mean, that's what wrestling is about, is being successful and reaching as many territories as you can. So why the fuck not, you know?
All right. T-Dub, what's up? What else is on the list?
All In sold out in under 30 minutes.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. Yeah, he's not kidding. 29 minutes, 42 seconds, if I'm remembering the tweet correctly. I know it's 29 minutes. I know that. Just shy. Yeah, 10,000 seater. Sold out. Independent wrestling.
And unfortunately, Mumbles, you said you couldn't get a ticket, right?
Yeah, I got greedy. And since I got greedy, I didn't get a ticket. So we got in and we got back fucking row bullshit seats, which I'm sure they'd be good seats anyway. But I was like, no, man, if we're going to Chicago, if we're doing this, I want better seats. And then we put it back in the pool and we never got it. So it's okay. I'm going to Disneyland instead. So whatever.
You know what? Disneyland is good. I'm going to Anaheim in August. That's one of the things we want to do.
So there you go. So. Yeah.
So I guess I'll be the only one. I'll be the only one watching the stream then.
I mean, if they're gonna stream it, are they?
They have to. I mean,
no,
they can't just do a house show.
It is a house show. There's too many different promotions. There's too many different promotions involved. Like, I would be surprised if they stream it.
They could easily go with like Fight.tv.
Possibly.
They could. I think at this point you have to. This is, you know, you could say there's so many contracts or somebody this or somebody that. Here's the thing about all that.
Yeah, they'd all make money.
Without hyperbole, the biggest truly independent professional wrestling show ever.
Fucking ever, yeah.
No independent promotion, not even Ring of Honor, if you want to count that as an indie promotion, which technically isn't anymore.
Especially not Ring of Honor, yeah.
Ring of Honor, the best they could get is about $5,000. Now, they have the ability and the talent to get it to $10,000. They do. But they didn't.
I could see it.
Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks can take credit and take solace in the fact that they pulled off the sellout. Now all you got to do is entertain 10,400 plus people for about 3 hours.
I mean, it is just going to be a live show, but I mean, it'd be cool if they streamed it. I don't know if they're gonna.
All we know is that the main event is NWA title, Cody Rhodes versus the NWA champion, whomever that it may be at that particular point in time. That's all we know.
It's just Billy Corgan. He just comes out. He's got like a drifter gimmick.
Oh God.
He does kind of like at least to me, a Chicago mobster.
Yeah.
He a Chicago mobster gimmick.
Well, that's what he looked like during the press conference, to be fair.
Fucking borrow CM Punk's old gangster outfit from the Cena entrance.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. I could totally see that now. God damn it.
Also, good on Flip Gordon for taking a table bump on the stage.
Yeah.
That was entertaining.
Poor Flip, still not booked for All In.
Good, Flat Earther. Get out of here.
I can't say I disagree with that.
Get him out of that show. I don't even want to see him outside of the show asking for change. Get out of here, Flip Gordon.
Aww.
It's his fault he's that stupid.
No,
I just wanted to
course,
cut a heel promo on Flip Gordon, and I think I pulled it off.
cut to that scene. Cut to that scene from Being the Elite. You know, can I be big for All In? Cody is like, no. I want to book you, but here's the thing. My character hates your fucking guts. And Flip goes, oh yeah, sure I can, yeah. Good try though. Anyway. Yeah, All In, like, it sounds like we're not making a big deal because it's the biggest deal this week. It's just we have a New Japan nerd over here, you know, which is normal.
Sorry.
All right, that's you're making valid points, which the conversation went away from us there, but it's the biggest deal in professional wrestling that a show that outside of WWE is selling out a 10,000 seat capacity arena.
And just to note, WWE is still having problems selling out Raw and SmackDown on a regular basis.
No, they didn't sell out the live show, the house show I went to. They filled it up nice, but it didn't fill it. It filled out nice, but there were still the 300 level, the 203.
There's still a little.
The 203 level were looking pretty bald, if you know what I mean, and I think you do.
I can also say that around the scope area, whenever they come around here, there's always at least a good 700 or 800 people like not there, and they have to tarp off an area.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact they stopped on that, and yet, and also New Japan couldn't even sell out the Cow Palace show, which I found to be interesting.
I mean,
Tickets are still on sale.
Yeah, tickets are still on sale. You could go to the Cow Palace.
I think the timing of them doing the Cow Palace was really off. I don't know if they should have done it this year. They should have done it next year. But, and also, like, it was just like, okay, it's Cow Palace time. It's going to be in July. If it had been later in the year, I would have gone, but I can't fucking go in July.
I think, honestly, believe it or not, if they had done it the weekend of Canada Day / Independence Day, I would have found a way to get to squeeze in a third trip, if you know what I mean. I would have flown to San Fran to the Cow Palace. I would have done it.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait for them to do their Vegas show, because I went to that before and it was so good. And everyone should go, because it's fun. Whatever.
All right. But congratulations to Cody and the Young Bucks. Obviously a huge deal.
Yeah, and I just love the fact that this shows once again that there is life outside of WWE for pro wrestlers.
Thank God. Thanks, Internet. Seriously,
there's
Internet.
there's a lot of interviews with Cody, and he's still blown away at that. Like I think he's still in denial that he sold out a 10,000 seater outside of WWE. I think there's a part of him that's going, holy shit, did I actually do that?
Did you guys see this week's Being the Elite?
I have.
Yeah, like the Bucks and Cody's reaction was amazing.
Like he was like, no, I gotta wait for the box office, but everyone else is done. No, you sold it out. It's gone. You got it. It's out of the fucking park. Cody still can't believe it.
My favorite part though was when they were on the phone with Stephen Amell, and Matt Jackson's wife was marking out to him. That was adorable.
That was.
Moving on
indeed
over
was.
to the Zone of Impact.
Yes.
We have new tag team champions, DJ Z and Andrew Everett.
Yep.
Z.
Moving on. Read it up, man. Read it up.
And I really liked the ending where Scott Steiner had a chair. The referee was distracted. He lifted it up thinking he was going to hit one of the members of Z&E, but accidentally hit Eli Drake instead.
Oh.
One of those old finishes I've seen 1,000 times, never gets old. Referee counts 1, 2, 3. You see Steiner outside the ring celebrating, and then the announcer goes, "No!" And then Steiner just bolts in the ring, and Z&E just bolts out of there. We also had the cremation of Rosemary. Yeah, the Sue Young and her bridesmaids carried out the casket containing Rosemary's corpse out to the middle of a forest, and then Sue Young breathed fire onto the casket.
Nice. So that means she's going to WWE?
I have no idea what the deal is with Rosemary. I'm not sure if, because she could easily be resurrected, because she's a demon. However, one thing I think would be cool is if, the spirit of Rosemary ended up, taking over Allie's body for a match.
You're asking for some really kooky acting here.
And if they do that, this will be the greatest women's feud of all time. And once again, one thing I have to bring up once again is the fact that Impact has been fucking nailing it with their women's wrestling. Jesus Christ, they've been nailing it. Because they also had a really good match this week with Kiera Hogan and Tessa Blanchard.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got a good Hogan and Blanchard match this week.
Who'd have thunk that, huh?
That's a weird phrase.
Yeah.
I know.
A hell of a match this week on Impact. I remember bringing up last week that they were teasing this match to our buddy Mildra, and he had to do a double take.
He did.
Also, they have this sort of storyline going on where somebody is getting attacked by this mystery person who's leaving around his symbol, and Grado thought it was Congo Kong, and thus that led to a match between them where Congo Kong kind of murdered Grado a little bit. By the way, Grado is also right now being paired with Katarina, the former Katie Lee Burchill.
Yep. Winter is back.
And during their entrance, they had this they do this Titanic pose on the turnbuckle. It's adorable. And then when Grado's done with his entrance, she wears this fanny pack and hat, which is once again really adorable. Anyways, Moose came to the save of Grado before he could really be killed, so that looks like that's going to be a feud going forward. I can feel the apathy in the air.
I'm sorry.
I can say that the past 5 months of Impact have been the best they've been doing, especially...
I've heard it's good. I just got burned by them after... I was like, oh, I like Impact. And then they burned me. They burned me hardcore.
I could say Don Callis is probably one of the best minds they have on that promotion.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, for the past 2 weeks, he's not been doing commentary because he's currently selling an injury by the hands of Sammy Callahan. So it's
that's
just
another reason why I don't watch. I don't fucking hate Sammy Callahan a lot.
He's one of my favorite people on the mic just because he has an amazing voice.
I can't.
By the way, one person who has an underrated voice is PJ Black. Why does he not cut promos more often?
You're probably thinking of that promo with Nick Aldis.
No, I was talking about a promo he cut last weekend after his three-way match with Teddy Hart and Willie Mack. He has an amazingly deep and charismatic voice. Why Vince McMahon kept the microphone from this man, I will never fucking understand. Also, Lucha Underground, let this man talk more often. He is so good.
Is that still on the air?
What?
Is that still on the air?
Oh, yeah, that's coming back next month.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, like they also have this really cool storyline going on where they seem to be slowly doing a double turn with Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan, where they're turning Eddie Edwards into this psychopathic heel who's just bent on literally murdering Sami Callihan. Like after their hardcore match, Eddie Edwards won, and then he started strangling Sami Callihan, trying to literally murder him. And Josh Matthews was like, "Okay, this is going too far. You already had the match. Get out of there. You're done. What's wrong with you?"
By the way, not to interrupt, but Ring of Honor, they're in their UK tour during the end of the month of May, and the 24th they got a tag match. The Boys taking on Delirious and Toriano. Edinburgh. I am jealous of my head place.
The Boys, as in the Tate twins.
The Tate twins, yeah.
Oh, nice. That should be one hell of a match. I hope they protect their genital parts.
Yes. Wear a cup.
Yeah, Toriano takes no prisoners. By the way, speaking of genitals, Mumbles, what have you thought of the AJ Styles versus Nakamura feud?
It's fucking terrible.
So it's not just us.
It's bad.
It's bad, yeah.
You're saying you don't like a whole bunch of matches that have no endings?
It's not just that. It's also just the logic behind it, too. Like, I never even thought of myself as a logical person, but I guess when it comes to wrestling, I am. Because it's like, oh, okay, I guess Shinsuke likes to hit him in the balls, so I'll make it a no DQ match. And then it's like, oh, well, they both got counted out. So it's just like, stop. Just make it a fucking street fight. Make it an empty stadium match. And so we were watching the match on SmackDown, which actually was pretty good. Probably the best Shinsuke and AJ match I've seen. I think, better than the WrestleMania one.
It really was. Especially because, number one, they were allowed to just go and wrestle and not have to do a whole bunch of, like...
stupid shit.
Yeah. And secondly, we actually got a finish.
Yes. Anyway, but so Nick was like, all right, if you were AJ, what would you pick for the stipulation? I was like, no fucking stipulation, regular ass match. Like, that's champion's advantage. Take it. And then he was like, well, what would you do if you were Shinsuke? I'd be like, empty stadium match. That's the best match you could ask for if you were Shinsuke. Because you could just fuck around for as long as you want. But I don't know.
They're probably going to choose something really dumb.
It's probably going to be like, I don't know. Where's Money in the Bank? What city is that in?
Chicago.
Jersey? Chicago? Mm-hmm. Chicago street fight. And then they'll fight each other with pizza or something. That's probably what's going to happen.
This is Shinsuke, not Dean Ambrose.
My bad.
Oh, God.
I've just been missing my boy.
God. Yeah, I know Tita, I know you hate Adam Blampier, but goddamn, the prophecy is becoming reality now. Long ago, when he did his pipe bomb, he said, "Oh God, they're gonna turn him into comedy kook. He's gonna be tossing popcorn and pizza around."
Yes.
All they need to do is change his name to Mitsubishi Nintendo, and the fucking prophecy will be fucking complete.
WWE could fuck up anything. They could get like Suzuki and turn him to Nice Grandpa or something. Like they could fuck up anything.
It's really strange that one thing I've noticed by comparing Raw and SmackDown to Impact is the fact that Impact has had far, far stronger continuity, and it is shocking to me because Impact has had like 10 different people take over the show the past 3 years.
Yeah.
And yet somehow they've maintained better continuity than WWE, who's had one guy in control forever.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Vince doesn't care. That's how.
Like the biggest example is a few weeks ago when Roman was getting beat down, Braun Strowman came out to help him. I'm like, Braun, why are you helping Roman?
I know. I had the same exact I was like, first of all, Braun's on the TV. Better run into the living room. Second of all, Braun, what are you doing here? Roman tried to kill you, literally.
Yeah, they both
McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
I feel like if it was any other wrestling promotion, they would have at least tried to justify it in some sort of way, but they didn't. They're just like, oh yeah, these guys are good guys now, so they like each other.
All the good guys love each other, so that's what is happening.
And the thing is, people always talk about WWE being like so character and story driven, except their characters and stories make no sense so
Who
much.
the fuck says that? And what are they smoking? I would like some.
It's just that whenever I watch WWE, I just like, okay, just give me good matches. That's all they want. And they're like, no, it's all about the characters and stories. I'm like, but the characters and stories are so stupid. How can you like? Ugh. It hurts my brain to whenever I try to add continuity or think about it for more than 10 minutes.
That's why I like Braun, because you don't have to think. You don't ever have to think. It's just, I like Big Strong Man. He does Big Strong Man stuff. That's it. That's all you
That's why the crowd loves him so much, because he's been the most consistent person on the entire show.
You hear the roar, you know things are going to fuck the fuck up.
He's one of the few things they can rely on being consistent. That and Sami Zayn's amazing glasses.
Oh, Sami.
Yeah, Sami Zayn's cheaters, and of course Kevin Owens fucking someone up.
They still haven't explained why Stephanie McMahon likes Kevin Owens, even though Kevin Owens tried to murder half her family.
Also, could someone explain to me why Vince McMahon wants Kevin Owens to lose weight again?
I have not heard about that rumor.
Yeah, rumor has it that Vince wants Owens to lose weight. I hope it's a rumor, because god damn it, Kevin Owens is Kevin fucking Owens. He's got a beer belly and he's wrestling like a fucking cruiserweight.
Like, part of his charm is his chubbiness. Like, that's part of who he is.
He'd look really weird if he was skinny.
Well, if you've seen him in Ring of Honor and from his early years, he actually was skinnier.
I know, and he looked weird, so...
Yeah.
There's during a time when he was also wearing a singlet.
I think it's just because he's always standing next to Sami Zayn, and Sami is a small boy.
Yeah, he was super skinny.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why they work so well, because you got skinny guy, you got fat guy. Those are always the best team-ups. Like Jay and Silent Bob.
Right?
Nelson and Martin.
Exactly. Mankind and The Rock.
No? Which one was the fat one?
Mankind.
Oh. Okay.
Mankind. The Rock was The Rock.
Oh, okay. I got it. I wouldn't really call him skinny, though. He was, like, built.
No. Skinny. Okay. In shape.
Oh. I wouldn't call Sami in shape, necessarily.
Yeah, Sami sort of got this CM Punk bod going on.
And LPH.
Dweeb comes to mind.
LPH. I know you're looking at me on the fat one, but I mean,
I'm skinnier than I was 5 years ago. I mean, last time I weighed myself, I was 185.
Fair enough. He's a skinny one. Because
in
videos, you don't look as skinny. No offense.
I will admit, in the past few weeks, I've gained a bit of weight. I've kind of let myself go a bit.
All right, ladies, let's move on.
Can we let's do emails and comments? I think.
Hold on, is that all I have to talk about? Let me just go through my list once, and yep, that's it.
One more thing.
Shout out to my buddy Cody Hancock, who made his one-night return to Future Stars of Wrestling this past weekend. It's a free stream. It's still available on their Twitch channel. Good stuffs.
Yeah. One last bit of news there. Enzo Amore, he's been cleared of all, not cleared of all charges. Basically, the investigation has been dropped. He will not be charged over the allegations of sexual misconduct over in Arizona. There was this Philomena Shirahan, or whatever her name was. Basically, the lawyer pretty much Enzo put up a note from his lawyer saying, "Hey, there's no charges, but will be laid. Whatever the investigation is over, Enzo is a free man." So there you go. And a big thank you 100 bits. Now I don't have the Streamlabs gimmick, so you can't hear the gimmick, but 100 bits. Thank you very much, Evil Reverend.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for the $1. Much appreciated. That being said, thanks for the tip. That being said, I think we all move on. So Enzo Amore, my opinion, for those wondering my opinion of it, is he a garbage human being? Yes. Is he a rapist? You can't prove it. He should not come back to WWE, and WWE would be right to not bring him back into the fold.
The thing is, had he just been a smart human being, he might have a shoe in sometime in the future, but unfortunately he burned every bridge possible to the company.
Well, any bridge, and of course there's one bridge left, and it's locked to stock, and there's a gun that said and there's a note that says if Enzo Amore shows up, shoot on sight. So it's not burned. There's a thing called fuck the right fuck off, you fucking douchebag. So he may as well burn that bridge, but that bridge is still there because there's always that one bridge. I mean, Jeff Jarrett, anybody. But yeah, WWE's right to have fired him in the first place. If Enzo would have just shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down, keep his head down, and just be a smart human being, he'd still have a job with WWE.
Also, had he just informed them that he was being investigated for the past 3 months. Mumbles, do you have any take on this?
I don't. You don't have to take on that. I'm not going to force you on that.
I do have a take. Fuck Enzo. I hope he never see him in wrestling ever again. He sucks. That's my take.
Go.
He is good on the microphone, and that's about it. So.
Yeah, I'm done skis. I was really glad. I just got like annoyed with him, and also outside of all the personal shit, I was really annoyed that he took over 205 Live and turned it into the show that it was while he was champ, and like basically made Neville want to fucking quit WWE.
Mm-hmm.
All of that shit made me upset too. So it's multi-layered for my hate for Enzo.
Can't say I blame you. That being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your emails and comments of the week. We'll do a quick Q&A because we only have the one email. You can send them at the Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com. A quick programming note next week. No Wrestle-Cast. Why? I will be at C4 Wrestling. I got my ticket right here. I'll be ringside for the show called They Live at St. Anthony's Hall at 523 St. Anthony Street, Ottawa, Ontario. The general admission tickets are still available, though I will tell you right now, if you're in Ottawa and you want to grab them at Vertigo Records or at the venue, they are running out very, very quick.
I know somebody who's not going to be getting their ticket from Vertigo Records. Sami Zayn.
Oh, because he got Vertigo.
Oh!
It's serious. It's
a serious issue and a great pun. That's a good pun.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Also, I think I heard pyro. I heard fireworks outside.
Is there some sort of special weekend in Canada right now?
Victoria Day weekend, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So for those wondering, yeah, that's a thing that's happening right now. Let me tell you the card. I know they got a big main event. Real quick, I'll tell you.
By the way, happy Victoria Day to you, Matty. I know she was a fantastic wrestler. Do you know she was that beloved in Canada, though?
Named after Queen Victoria, the monarch, whatever. For us, it's just an excuse to have
drunk?
No, an excuse to just chill. Let me just there we go. LEX, they're gonna be there. Versus they'll take on the fraternity. Channing Decker and Trent Gipson of the fraternity. They'll take on LEX, Angel Ortiz and Santana.
Might be an Impact taping. You never know.
It's not an Impact. Well, it could be an Impact taping actually, because they have used. So, but I don't think they've used footage from C4 after all. But who knows?
You never know.
There was a 4-way dance, no DQ, no count out for the C4 title. It's Kobe Durst, the Diamond Tiger, taking on Matt Angel, Josh Alexander, and Eli Everfly. The Fly, Eli Everfly.
Thomas Dubois lost the title?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh. Maybe TDT is going back to the tag team division. Are they both?
I know Matthew St. Jacques is taking on Josh Briggs. I know that. Let's see. Evil Uno, you might have heard of the guy, and the Beast King FTM, Frankie the Mobster, by the way, taking on Stu Grayson and Vanessa Craven. They got a feud going down here. Benjamin Tull taking on Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson for the Underground Championship. And as mentioned before, the special challenge, the Fraternity to Channing Decker and Trent Gipson taking on LAX for the thing. Let me check real quick. Yeah, Kobe Durst defeated Matthew St. Jacques at the last show at
wow.
At Vania Columbus Club. So there you go.
By the way, a shout out to the Young Bucks who are campaigning really hard to get Super Smash Brothers signed to Ring of Honor right now.
If there's any team that deserves more success in Ring of Honor, and a permanent spot on the roster, it's Smash Bros. It's the Super Smash Brothers. You know, I've been told they need an actual sponsor to get into and work in the States. Ring of Honor, do it. Yep. They've earned it.
Mumbles, have you seen Super Smash Brothers wrestle?
No, I'm Googling them right now.
Oh, yeah.
Wrestlers.
They start off as Player Uno and Player Dos, but at one point, Player Dos unmasked, and now he's Stu Grayson. And Player Uno turned heel, so now he's Evil Uno.
Oh my gosh, look at these cute little dorks. Oh my
goodness.
Yeah,
their original outfits were pretty amazing.
Oh my goodness. Are they good wrestlers?
They are. Yeah. They are a great tag team. Also, in independent wrestling, they come out to the Mortal Kombat theme song.
Nice. Good for them.
You want to get hyped for a wrestling match? I tell you, that's how you hype up a wrestling match.
I don't know. This team looks like they're for nerds. And as you guys know, I am not nerd.
No. You could stop kissing up to Luke Gallows. Come on.
I am not a nerd
You're a good sister. You're a good sister. The definition of nerd, of a Gallows nerd, is just a fucking idiot.
I stuff nerds in garbage pails.
You're totally not a nerd. That's why you spend hours creating your character for Inquisition.
That's right. I don't know anything about video games.
Anyway. Our one email, by the way, LPH, it's not Big Dick, it's Big Douche. I think he's talking about Michael Elgin in there.
Like Big Douche? Oh,
Michael Elgin, yeah.
Sure, we have a new big Mike in pro. We have a new big Mike in pro wrestling. That is Mike Perot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he wrestles around the independent scene. I recently saw him on MLW.
Would you describe him as large?
Yeah, he actually got a big Mike chant from the crowd.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah. Anyway, our one email comes by way of our good buddy
French.
Oh, I gotta turn this down. He's still going.
Taku.
He's done.
I decided to cut it a little short just for you.
Is he done?
Yeah, he's done.
Hi.
I decided to cut it short.
Hey, actually, son of a bitch, actually turned out the headphones.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, before we go on, do you have BN Sports Channel?
Me?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the sports channel that MLW is on. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Tony Schiavone is the main play-by-play man.
Oh, no, I do not. I shall check it out.
Yeah, no, he has not lost a step. He is still. It sounds exactly like he was during Nitro.
I'll have to put on the mute button.
Oh, you like Schiavone?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. I love Schiavone. I'm just being a heel.
Anyway, on to this email real quick. Well, hello, boys. Yeah, it's only the beginning of summer, and I am already sick. Thank goodness for the water mixed with lemon. Anywho, WB is invading Europe. By the way, that's a house show in Paris. There is a house show in Paris, but I will not attend since I'm a little bit broke. But I can talk about this week in wrestling. Raw in London, we'll talk about being a sore loser. Roman destroys Jinder Mahal to the point that I feel bad for him. I feel bad. No! I will not accept it. I will not accept the idea of feeling bad for one of the worst WB champions I've ever seen in recent years.
You mean one of the best champions you've seen in years?
Yeah, do you know who you sent this mail to? Do you know who's on this show?
Believe me, French Otaku, you're not convincing T-Dub otherwise. Jinder Mahal is his boy.
That's true.
But the good news is that Kevin Owens is part of the Money in the Bank ladder match, same as Bobby Roode. Also, Axe and Bo, aka the B Team, won a match. Hell has throws Enola. And next week, Sammy will expose Bobby Lashley's past, especially with his sisters. I have a bad feeling about this. How does Vince acknowledge storylines involving incest relationship?
Huh?
That's his question. How does Vince McMahon acknowledge storylines involving incest relationships?
What?
Which ones exactly?
Yeah, that's the question. I'm just reading it, okay? I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to know.
Is he talking about Star Wars?
I don't know. I do not want to know.
Is he saying that Bobby Lashley is committing incest?
What?
I don't know.
Otaku, what have you done?
My brain is broke.
What did you do, French Otaku? What did you do? And one thing, how did Ronda get a free title shot against Nia Jax as the Money in the Bank? Anyway, SmackDown Line, Brian murders Big Cass with a heel hook that is used 8 years ago on Jericho. Also, isn't that Goldberg stopping Brian to break Cassidy's leg? Anywho, New Day and Becky Lynch, thank God, are qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder matches. Andrade Almas makes his debut against the Jobber. Quick work, and glad to see him on SmackDown. Also, a great promo by Zelina Vega saying, "Hey, we don't need you. We need bigger competition." Good promo. Good heel promo. Good heat. Carmella will write her eulogy before she gets killed by Asuka. Please. And Nakamura versus Styles for the third time. It was a good match, dare to say. It was a bad match since their feud started, so good stuff. NXT, it wasn't for their SJW's persona. I expected Ciampa to give a knee to the back of Candice's head. She can take it. We know she can. But rules are rules, it seems. Anywho, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch got a win against the Undisputed Era. Hey, you forgot Pete Dunne in there, bud. I still don't care about Kona Reeves' new gimmick, and Lars, you bastard, in a good way. You've ruined a good match between Ricochet and Velveteen Dream. He's not kidding, folks. That was a great match.
Mm-hmm.
Before Lars Sullivan, but then again, he's a big fucking heel. He's got to do big fucking heel
Mumbles,
things.
what do you think about Tommaso Ciampa's new wrestling name?
Blackheart?
No, Tommy Entertainment.
Oh yeah, isn't that
was
like
a good promo,
joke?
to be fair.
Isn't that an old joke? Didn't someone on Twitter call him Tommy Entertainment, and then suddenly he started calling himself Tommy Entertainment?
Yeah, because Johnny Gargano is Johnny Wrestling. He's like, I'm not a sportsman. I'm not a pro wrestler.
Oh, I get it now.
Also his promo at the beginning of the show, I win.
I just love how he's like, I'm not a pro wrestler. I'm a sports entertainer. Therefore, I am Tommy Entertainment.
I think that Chompers has like a really good stance. Like he has a really great way of standing. Like when
biggest heel in WWE, you still call him Chompers.
When Chompers is standing, you're just like, oh yeah, that guy looks like he's about to like release his zombie horde or something on Johnny Garlic. So that's watch out for that.
Biggest heel in all of wrestling, Mumbles calls him Chompers.
Mr. Chompers.
Oh God.
Sounds like a Bond, like not even villain, like
a Bond minion or something.
I would never be able to meet him in real life because I'd be like, oh my God, Chompers, hi, and he'd be like, what the fuck?
Why is this Amazon lady calling me Chompers?
Oh God. Winners, apparently Titus O'Neil might join the Marvel Universe, hence the reason that he'll be dropped to 270 pounds. Good on you, Titus. Worldwide. The return of the UK tournament featuring guys like El Ligero, Joseph Connors, Travis Banks, Joe Coffey, and Drew Gulak. I don't have the list with me, but man, it's going to be hot. All In being sold out. Wow, congratulations. You son of a plumber, if you will. And I'm excited to see the full card. The rape case allegations gets Enzo Amore finally closed down due to lack of evidence. However, in his losers list, the fact that Enzo Amore might never come back to the wrestling business after that issue, not only that, has personally got the best out of him, especially with the WWE. After that, excuse me, I'm allergic to Enzo Amore. Especially with the W after that, I can't expect him to be a part of the business, and that's sad. You're in the minority, I think, in this case.
I'm not that. You seem to be a genuinely not good person to be around.
Hey, who knows? This experience might change him. I mean, there's this one Instagram video on this story. He's clean shaven, folks. The beard is gone.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to take him seriously then.
All I'm gonna say is it is fucking weird seeing him without facial hair. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh gosh, guys, I'm so sorry I did all those things. It sucks not being famous anymore. Going to boxing matches and taking pictures with black celebrities. My life sucks now.
Oh. You know, at this point, do I care for Enzo Amore? No, I don't care for Enzo Amore. I don't.
I'm trying really hard to muster up
all I
some
saw
sort
it
of
was
emotion.
right there, and I'm like, I'm just checking my Instagram stories, and it's right there. I'm like, oh, that's Enzo Amore. That's it.
Are you
Chance encounter?
following him?
What?
Are you following him?
On Instagram, yes, but that was a long time ago.
He likes seeing those sweet pics. He loves those pics of Enzo.
To be fair, it was one of those things. One of those days, I was following I was doing like a mass follow thing of all WB superstars, and I just happened to have followed him. And by the way, at the time, all his story was him partying, so he wasn't my he wasn't my jam. I will say this though, Becky Lynch, hot. I'm gonna say.
Well, yes, she is. Amongst also being just absolutely hilarious and just adorable whenever she's with Charlotte.
Yes, she is.
Also, has anyone seen the videos of the Riot Squad together? Because they're the best.
I love them. Sarah Logan is my favorite in the whole world. And
Yeah, I like
I
the
love that
picture.
whole team.
I like the poster she posted when she got a new truck. She was like, "I got a new pick 'em up truck."
Oh my God. I love them. They're so cute.
I hope they never split them up.
Well, let me get back to those losers, then we could talk about the Riot Squad being cute again.
Yay.
Another loser for Friend Otaku, Roman Reigns. Why? You made me care about Jinder Mahal, one of T-Dub's boys, mind you. You did this to me! Damn you, Fido! Damn you, Fido!
You've committed the ultimate sin. You made him care about gender.
The idea of the push Raw more than pay-per-views, thanks to the new deal by USA Network, meaning that pay-per-views will be less important than the WB TV show. I've got a bad feeling about this. Is it WCW bad feeling? Is it a WCW bad feeling? So you get why.
It might be.
And of course, Tom McGee. We talked about that. I'm not going to bring it up there, but yeah, Tom McGee. He was visually assaulted outside of his home in L.A. by 6 punks. The result, of course, we talked about. Hope he recovers, and I hope the bastards got the justice they deserves. That's it for this week. Have a great weekend, and let's go out. Wait, lights go out. Who's there? There's a lot of ellipses in this. There we go. So lights go out. Have a great weekend, and lights go out. Who's there? Paige here. Did we catch the Spoonie scream? I think we caught it.
Yep. Yep.
Paige here, Spoonie scream, kill the feed. It's too bad I got this last minute, because if I would have gone in about an hour before, I probably would have figured out a way to put page here and then the Spoonie Scream has like a package button or something, I would have done it. Not kidding. Do we have time for a quick Q&A? It's over at 11:30. Dang. Who is in our chat room right now? Not as many. A lot of people have left already. Dang.
Oh, wow.
Maybe another time.
One thing I would like to know is, I guess we could talk about, is your trip to Japan at least?
We could talk about that in the third segment while we talk about Best of Super Juniors.
Sounds good.
And we'll do that as soon as I say those. Were your emails and comments of the week. You can send them at the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. We shall return with that particular conversation when we come back. Don't go far.
And now a word from our sponsors.
After a hard day at the office, working up a big thirst, many professionals reach for the smooth taste of Mellow Yellow.
Woo, baby! Mellow Yellow, the taste that beats Mountain Dew.
And now, Mellow Yellow has pictures and all the facts on your favorite NWA wrestlers. Ric Flair, Sting, the Road Warriors,
and even my pretty face.
Head to your favorite store and collect all 12.
Woo! Take it from Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Make the Mellow Yellow move.
This is WMOB Mobile. 12 on your channel dial and 12 in the TV ratings.
Who's Tom Stamos? Take one look at them because you're going to be seeing and hearing a lot of them. We build vans factory direct. Don't be mistaken by the middleman. Eliminate the middleman. Come directly to our plant. Buy one factory direct. Dusty, tell him.
You know Dusty Rhodes the Magazine does not tell you no lies. Don't lead you astray. Right here, Tom Stamos is going to be in your hearts, your souls, and your mind. Because you can come to the factory right here in Georgia and get what you want to get for the littlest price of all.
Back here on the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on the BrokenInfinite.com, FireMag.com, live on Twitch.tv, Matty Jay and TWK, and Mumbles.
Yeah.
Joining us for the festivities this evening. Yes, 2 Dusty Rhodes promos. Why? Guess who one of my winners is this week? Spoiler alert. It's exactly who you think it is. The son of the guy that was doing the thing over there. So yeah, before we get to the trip, and we're not going to I don't think we're going to spend too much time. We already went over, but we are going to we're going to talk a little bit of Best of Super Juniors. We'll talk about that real quick. It just started, so we don't know what the results is. I know matches happen. I have not seen results. I actually, fun to think, I'm probably going to grab myself like a ginger ale or whatever and just come back upstairs and actually watch the show as it starts, because I could actually Chromecast the gimmick through the app. So I'll be watching that after the show tonight. That being said, A Block, they got Tiger Mask, ACH, Super, Flip, Book Me, Gordon. Will, where's Ricochet? We need to piss off the internet again. Osprey. Yo of Roppongi 3K, Taiji Ishimori, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Bushi. That's A Block. B Block. Kushida, Ryusuke Taguchi, Chris Sabin, Dragon Lee, Show of our Roppongi PK. Marty, the villain Marty Skrull, El Desperado, and Hiromu Takahashi.
I think I like B Block better. I think I've decided I like B Block better.
A Block looks good. I mean, I'm looking forward for the Flip Gordon versus Will Ospreay, to be fair.
Yeah, but did they really fucking have to have Tiger Mask in this?
It is quite odd because he is starting to get up there in age, but they always like to have at least one veteran.
Yeah,
I know, but
last year the veteran was Liger, and now this year it's Tiger Mask.
And they can't ask Liger to do it again. Even Liger said, "No, I'm done. I'm done." I'm like, I'm done.
Oh Oh boy. Well, I guess that's fine. But B block is where the action's at. You got Hiromu and Dragon Lee in the same block. Come on.
By the way,
That's gonna be hard to do to finish in 30 fucking minutes. I tell you.
By the way, Marty Scurll and Hiromu had amazing interactions with one of the fans who brought a Daryl plushie with her to ringside.
Oh,
it was just
I'm
the
looking forward
best.
to that.
Oh, I have to look that up. That sounds great. I also have a Daryl. He went to
I saw
Japan
a
with
picture.
me. Mm-hmm.
I saw a picture of that during your trip.
He brought home a Pikachu. It's a totally normal Pikachu.
Yes, completely normal. Not any sort of ditto or anything.
No, don't you dare say that.
I would never.
It's not a Mimikyu either.
No, they did have a lot of those though. Kushida matches will be fun. Chris Sabian's there. Why not? Yeah, this whole thing is gonna be great. ACH is great. He's the one of the best things about the A block. I think him.
One thing I will say is that the crowd is very impressed by Flip Gordon's entrance. Because he does the whole backflip and rips off his pants.
Cool. Good
the
for
crowd
him.
popped huge for that.
What a dork. Like dorks rip their pants.
I'd say that you're also still not a fan of Tai Chi then.
I am trying to warm up to Tai Chi. I'm doing my best. I know that he's popular now and doing good, but I just can't. I don't understand.
I think it's because, since moving up to heavyweight, he seems to be more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's it. But, Bushi's fine. Yo is awesome. More of him.
What about Sho?
Him too. Both of those boys.
Oh, God. I'm actually on your Twitter, and I actually just saw the perfectly normal Pikachu.
Yes.
Let me see if I can share this with the class. Now, I have to wonder, this Daryl, is it, I'm assuming it's a cousin.
No, it's Daryl.
Yes, it's actually Daryl. He's visiting Mumbles.
Yeah, Daryl comes and visits me, and we cuddle, and then he picks up hot babes in Akibara. So
he can't do that. He's a married man. He's married to Carol.
He can do what he wants. He's in the wrestling business, baby.
He has a son, Daryl Jr.
Ringtone plug a hole.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Daryl has just turned into the nature boy.
Woo! It's true.
What about Daryl Jr.?
Who cares? Deal with it, kid. I'm the bad influence to Daryl. That's why he likes to hang out with me. I'm like, pick up how many girls you want. I don't care.
Almost the ultimate heel.
She's healing out on people.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. There it is. There it is for the classroom right there. There's a normal Pikachu right there.
Totally normal.
Totally normal.
Did they have like a whole set of Pokemon that were totally normal like that?
Did you know that Nick actually won that at a crane game?
Really?
Nice.
He won it in Shinjuku. Wait, no. Yeah, Shinjuku. We went into a crane game store and he won it for me. So we had to buy a new suitcase at Don Quixote, or the donkey as they call it in Japan. But I have a whole family of totally normal Pokemon that are not Dittos. I have an entire collection of them, actually. I'll put it on Twitter sometime. Yeah, I have like a whole lot of them. They're scattered around my home.
You also have a load of Claptraps.
I collect both of those. I collect totally normal Pokemon that are not Dittos and Claptraps. So
everyone collects something. I collect masks.
That's a good one.
So yeah, since we're on the topic, let's talk about your trip to Japan. How was that?
Yeah, may as well.
Okay, so we went for a week. I wish we went for a little bit longer, honestly, but it is what it is. We spent half of the time in Tokyo, and then half the time, we spent a day in Oh fuck, what is it called? Anyway, Hakomi. It's a park right next to Mount Fuji. We never saw Mount Fuji, by the way, but that doesn't matter to me. I'm from the Rocky Mountains, and
Your mountain does not impress me.
it really doesn't. I'm like, if I can't see it from here, then what's the point? I can open up my blinds and see the Rocky Mountains. That's how great they are. And then we went down to Kyoto, and Kyoto was probably my favorite part of the whole trip. Tokyo is really interesting because everything is very hive mind. Like there's so many people there, and everybody kind of works in the same like rhythm. So it's just interesting to see how efficient everything is, and how everybody stays out of everyone's way, and how there's so many people, and yet there's no like car accidents or anything like that. And there's like everything is on the surface in Tokyo. So like all of the like the sexy stuff, the crazy stuff, the nerdy stuff, it's all on the surface. There's not a lot of stuff buried underneath, I guess. We went to Robot Cafe, which is in Harajuku, and it was really great. It's basically a hour and a half show of robots, giant robots that girls ride and sing songs from, and they battle and stuff. It's awesome. They had this whole like bug themed one that was really cool. But Harajuku is like a total tourist trap now. Like I don't know if it's always been that way, but I remember
Harajuku, is that like a district of Tokyo?
It is. It's basically it's one of the most famous districts. Basically, it's where all the like the fashion stuff is, where they have the big theater with Godzilla over it. It's where they have the capsule hotels, like a lot of the things.
Is that what Kamurocho is modeled after?
Yes, exactly. So, it's kind of a touristy place now. It's almost too touristy. We kind of walked in, and I was just like, I feel like I'm on Pier 39 or like Times Square, like, or Hollywood Boulevard. Like, it just feels like this is a place where tourists go, and this is for tourists only. And so it felt really strange to me, and I didn't really enjoy it, but I really liked Kyoto, because Kyoto wasn't like that. Kyoto is like, there's nothing on the surface. A lot of it is buried deep in it. And so you kind of have to explore it and see the different kind of culture stuff there. So, yeah, it was fun. I don't know.
I remember you on Twitter just mentioning that you just enjoyed the natural beauty of Kyoto.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Another really wonderful thing about Kyoto is you'll have a convenience store, a shrine, and then like a business. So you'll have this beautiful shrine stuck between these two modern buildings, and it's just a really wonderful place to go and pray if you're into that, or just enjoy the beauty of it. There's so many, like, Kyoto just opens itself up to you and has all of these, like, just beautiful places that you can't find anywhere else. They have this fresh stream of water that comes down from the mountains, and it's totally clear, and it's just like beautiful trees nearby, and like people walking their dogs, and just like life. So I felt like there was more life in Kyoto than Tokyo. I felt like there's more stuff that I could latch onto, I guess, where Tokyo just felt like this is it. Here's Tokyo. It's as crazy as it sounds. Like, here we are.
Yeah, the way I always see like Tokyo represented in like in anime and video games and all that, it does seem like their version of like their New York, so to say.
And I've never been a city person either. I mean, Tokyo is pretty tolerable as far as like cities go. Like, I don't like big cities at all, but I felt comfortable in Tokyo. Like, and it's super safe too, by the way. But Kyoto just was more. It just felt like. More like home is the best way to describe it. Like the places that I grew up reminded me a lot of Kyoto, even though like the scenery is completely different. Just the way that people are, I guess, is the best way to describe it. So, you have to go to Kyoto. I mean, it's cool to go to Tokyo, but you have to go to Kyoto. Like, it's everything to me what I wanted Japan to be. So, Yeah.
I have to ask, when you were in Tokyo, did you visit the pro wrestling store in Tokyo?
No, I didn't. We didn't get to do any fun pro wrestling stuff. I think the pro wrestling store, is it over by the Tokyo Dome?
It wouldn't surprise me considering that's where...
I think it is. So what we did is we did one full day in Akihabara, which is electronics district.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's where all the video game stuff is. So we went to this place called Super Potato, which is a 5-story video game store.
One of the people I follow actually did a video on that place once.
Yeah. So they have it's literally like 5 stories, and at the top they have this smoky bar/arcade. And so you can just go through level by level to find old games that you want. And Nick actually spent he spent a lot of fucking money on video games. We bought so many video games, it was like insane. Like it
hundreds of thousands of yen.
Yes, many video games. But we spent the whole day there, and it's funny because like Akihabara, you're just walking and then you turn the corner and all of a sudden there's a 6-story like electronics store, and you're like, this would not exist in America. Like Best Buy can barely make it in America.
That's because our laws suck.
Well, it's not just that. It's Americans are more into streaming. Like we don't really care about physical shit as much as we used to. Whereas
that's also true.
The Japanese don't like streaming at all. They don't trust it. So if you go over to their DVD section, that's right, I said DVD section, which don't
not
exist.
Blu-ray?
Right. No, they don't have Blu-ray. It's all DVD. If you go over to the DVD section, like a regular DVD costs like an American like $40 to $60.
Really?
Wow, they really value it because
Yes.
over here you can get a Blu-ray for like $20.
Right, because we don't care. We can just watch it on Netflix or whatever. So
But I definitely understand why they appreciate physical media because when it comes to
that explains why I see if you look for any Japanese media, it's so goddamn ass over foot expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
like that explains the pricing of anime.
That explains
That's
a
so
lot.
much now.
They also collect like video game soundtracks. They still love CDs. Can you imagine still loving CDs? Like it's crazy. They love physical stuff there.
God damn it! I got to go to Tokyo now. I gotta go to Akihabara.
Did you visit Roppongi at all?
No, we planned on going to Roppongi, but we were in such a nice area that basically it was right next to a temple. I forget the neighborhood it was in. It was literally a couple weeks ago, but anyway, it was right next to a temple, and they had this whole neighborhood full of restaurants and shops and sweet shops and stuff like that. So we never felt the need that we needed like a nightlife because it was pretty much just there for us.
For those who don't know, Roppongi is essentially the bar district of Tokyo. Essentially
Yeah.
parties and stuff like that. It's just like night clubbing stuffs.
Right, exactly. And the other thing is
I think it's like one of the tourist districts, right?
definitely. And the other thing is I'm like in my 30s, so I don't really like want to go to a rave or anything like that. Our original plan was to go down. There's a alley called, it's not in Roppongi, it's actually in Shinjuku, and it's called I think it's called Golden Boy, I think it's called. Anyway, it's this whole alley of bars, and all of the bars are like weirdly themed, and some of the bars are only for locals and stuff like that. That was our original plan, but we had so much other places to go and things to do that we just never felt the need. So, we didn't get to see all of Tokyo. I don't know if you could ever see all of Tokyo. There's so much shit.
It is one of the bigger cities.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but honestly, when we go back to Japan, we're probably going to do Osaka and Kyoto. I don't foresee myself really going up to Tokyo again.
Because I was curious, I looked it up. Apparently, Kamurocho is actually a fictionalized version of Kabukicho.
Yeah, but it's I mean, seriously, like we walked down the street, like we saw it. So I don't know if it's like nearby or whatever, but literally we walked down the street and we saw it. So
Yeah, and you were describing to us before we went on air that when you were walking down Tokyo, it literally felt like it was in you were there in Yakuza.
Yeah, it did. Well, it felt like a mix between Yakuza and Persona. So yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, and I really need to get Persona 5.
Yes, you do. You really do. If you want to feel like you're in Japan, seriously, Persona 5 kills it. It feels just like it's got the same kind of vibe. So
that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to get into the Yakuza games, because I'm really into Japanese culture. I just sort of wanted to sort of experience it a bit, and I want to say that Yakuza did a good job representing it.
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool.
Literally, we knew that we had to go to the Donkey to get all of our toiletries and shit, because we knew that Don Quixote was going to have literally everything we needed, and they did. So thank you, Yakuza. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it. We wouldn't have gone to the best convenience store out there.
Yeah, the one thing I love is that when you post the first picture on there of Don Quixote, I think it was your husband that posted it.
Yeah.
I was I was just surprised at how much it looks exactly like the game. Holy shit.
I know. It's crazy. It's so crazy. You walk up to it and you're like, oh, shit. It's great. So it was funny because, one of my favorite memories of Japan was right in front of that Don Quixote, because they have these fish tanks. They have these huge fish tanks full of exotic fish. And I was, real drunk one night, and we were just stumbling past the Don Quixote to get back to the hotel room. And I stop and I'm like, I'm going to count these fish. And there's this little kid next to me, and he starts counting in English. And we start counting together, and he goes, 3 lionfish. I'm like, yeah, 3 lionfish. And he starts cracking up. It was one of my favorite memories.
I just love the imagery of just this, you being this 6-foot woman and this tiny child counting fish together. It's absolutely amazing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Although in my head originally I thought you were both counting in Japanese.
No, he wanted to talk to me in English, and he wanted to count in English, which is actually, I've had a lot of the kids that would come up and talk to us wanted to talk in English. They were interested in that.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really interesting. So yeah.
And also Mike Shell in the chat says hi.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think on that note, I think that's a happy note to end the show on, and we just got a couple of things to do. First things first, winners, losers. We got to bring it down for a few seconds. So we got to do losers first. Mumbles, kick us off on that.
Losers. Anyone who's a fan of AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
At the very least, it does seem to pick up steam now, I guess.
Oh, and Asuka, because she's going to lose to Carmella. Yeah, da-da-da-da.
Now that's a tragedy right there.
Why you gotta dash our hopes like that all the time?
I'm just being real.
Sometimes I like to live in my fantasy world.
Anyway, T-Dub.
I guess I'm a loser because I had high hopes for Asuka.
No, but seriously.
I'll give my loser to WWE's entire booking of Roman Reigns, because it just constantly blows up in their face, because they don't seem to realize that he is the corporate guy, and if they'll just have him be the corporate guy, the fans would at least appreciate that honesty. That's one of the things that makes Okada work, is that fact that they're honest with, yeah, Okada, he's the company guy, he's the guy that we, New Japan, like, and whether you, the fans, like it or not, he's going to be our guy.
Yeah.
And don't get us wrong. And New Japan's gonna go, but don't worry, he'll still bust your ass for you. He just happens to be our guy.
Okada literally said, I know you may not like me and you didn't want me to win, but I'm here to make everybody happy. Why not have Roman say shit like that?
Because, then they would look competent.
Oh, I see. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And competency doesn't make profit for some dumb fucking reason. Anyway. Let's do, for me, losers. Jeez. That's a tough one. I think it's going to be a preemptive loser. Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn.
Oh.
At the very least with Sami Zayn. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, at least with Sami Zayn, he got out the specs.
Yeah.
I love
that's
them.
the only thing that could save. There's like more spectacles, but beyond that, that promo is just like, God damn it. That's all I'm gonna say there. Just God damn it. Let's do winners. Mumble.
My winner is us, the fans, because we get to see an Okada versus Omega match, and it's gonna be great.
Well, that I can agree with that. I think we can all agree it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yep.
T-Dub.
I'll have to agree with that and add on the fact that there's just so much wrestling now. It really feels like sort of a golden age right here that we're living, because there's just so much, and like there's so much good wrestling as well. It's not like a whole bunch of bad stuff. It's like all this top quality, top shelf style wrestling that we're getting, and it's all at your fingertips. Like, what more could you want?
Yep.
And if you're just a fan of nostalgia, you could go to WB Network, you can pay $9.99, you can watch an old pay-per-view, no problem.
Yeah, and
it is at your fingertips.
And right now, women's wrestling is getting extremely huge. It is going.
Yes.
I'm predicting that in the next 5 years, we're going to see women's wrestling promotions really take off. Like, I feel like when I watched Wrestle Queendom from Pro Wrestling Eve, I feel like that was the start of something huge. The way, like, because when the main event ended and, like, the bell rung, the fans got up in applause and just amazement. It was like the ending of a Rocky movie.
That's cool.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Wrestle Queendom Mumbles, I'd highly recommend it. It's only $10.
Oh, I will do that. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite wrestling shows of the year so far.
I think it might wind up on your list of on your best list.
It just
from
might.
The sound of it, it might just
There's
wind up
so
as
much
pay-per-view
good
of
to
the
it.
year.
I can't think of any negatives.
Wow. Cool.
Because the way
Awesome.
you talk about it, the way I talk about it, the way you talk about this, it might wind up being your pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah, it just might.
It might just.
Not just for the match quality, but for just its importance to wrestling in general.
I will say
I
this.
also love just
I will
the
say this one thing for sure. You say when this wrestling's getting hot, I can tell you right now, if they do Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair, it's main eventing WrestleMania.
I would hope so. With
that's my bold prediction.
I hope so.
Not that they will do it, because obviously that would be the ideal next WrestleMania match for Ronda. That's got a main event.
Hey, what about me? I'm the big dog, and WrestleMania is my yard.
Fuck you, Roman. Also, T-Dub. When it comes to Roman, you gotta let Shin Tiger Curl do it.
I know, but he's not here.
We'll get him here.
You'll be here in a few weeks, ladies and gentlemen, because Matty needs to go support his independent promotion, as he always says at the end.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. Yeah, so in a couple of weeks, hopefully. That being said, my winners, I got 3 of them. And it's pretty simple: Matt Jackson, Nate Jackson, Cody Rhodes. Why? All in, sold out in half an hour. An independent show sold out a 10,000 seater in an era where WWE is the show.
And not just independent, but not associated with any promotion formally. It's just those 3 guys promoting it for the most part.
Also, LPH, T-Dub can do whatever the fuck, but it's not going to be the Wrestle-Cast. Not going to be my show. I'll be going watching someone else's show for a bit.
Next week, I'm probably going to be taking a break.
Yeah, well, I think you and I are taking a break. I'll just go watch some wrestling, and T-Dub will do. He'll probably play Splatoon or something.
I'll probably either be playing Splatoon or watching more New Japan.
Probably.
Nice.
Because, the next 2 weeks is going to be nothing but Best of Super Juniors from
By the way, if you want a good warm-up for G1 Climax, Best of Super Juniors.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. That's what it is. That being said, we just got a couple of plugs. First off, with you, Mumbles. I know it's at Nice Moves Mumbles on Twitter, but you got Digital Mumbles, youtube.com/Digital Mumbles. What are you working on right now?
I am on a Star Trek show called Starbutts. That's right. I named it myself. It's got Josh and Alex on it from Spoiler Warning, and we talk about Star Trek. And it's not like I'm a nerd or anything.
No.
Really? That. If you are going to go check out my YouTube channel, I recommend the video I recently did on the council. I'm very proud of that. And it talks about fun indie games. I'm a big fan of indie games, so that's usually what my channel's about. So,
yay!
There you go.
I know what I'm going to watch later.
Yay!
T-Dub, new videos out, and you're working on another one too.
Yeah, I got a new video out. My review of Snowboard Kids 2.
Whoa! That takes me back.
Did you get that link car retweet, by the way?
No, I did not.
Ah.
That kind of surprised me because he's retweeted me before.
Yeah.
He did retweet me before, like about a year or so ago. So yeah, I guess but it wouldn't surprise me if he just didn't see it because he's like recently celebrated his 500th episode, and so he's been getting like a million tweets.
And a lot of people saying, "Would you retweet my thing for the whatever the fuck?" Oh, yeah, bad timing.
I'd imagine he's getting a lot of that, and just a lot of congratulations because 500 episodes is a lot, especially because he makes weekly comic book reviews, and they're all really well produced.
So us, but with a with better production value, essentially.
He's been doing it for like 20 years.
By the way, by around this time next year, we're hitting 500.
Nice.
This show is hitting 500 episodes next year.
And I helped.
Indeed you did. Indeed you did.
Yeah,
and for those wondering what I'm going to do for 500, I have no fucking clue.
I think
I have no fucking clue what I'm going to do in August with the 9th anniversary. I have no fucking clue.
For our 9th anniversary, I say you get a video of yourself getting assaulted by the Young Bucks.
All I'm going to say is Super Kick Party. And you know what? No. Super Kick Party. If we get some money and we donate it to charity.
By the way, my nostalgia-thon is going to continue because now that I've done Snowboard Kids 2, I'm going to move on to a different sequel, SmackDown 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
He's working on
that. Oh no, what?
R.A.P.'s brother.
I take it you're not a fan of that one.
No.
I'm going to be a bit more favorable than you are then.
Oh, I'm glad you will enjoy it.
There are some things, admittedly, that I don't like about it, and there are definitely some things that have not aged well.
Yeah, that's pretty much WWE in a nutshell.
No.
Did not age well.
Oh. Face cam Matty? What do you mean LPH face cam Matty?
For the 10-year.
Like me on camera?
Yeah, although you do that already every now and again.
I do that every now and again, and also that kind of defeats the purpose of a radio show.
A little bit. Then I think that with a podcast, that because you don't see our faces, you sort of adds a bit of imagination to what's going on.
For those who don't know, I'm kind of an audio / radio nerd. I prefer doing the Daves like this, and I'm not doing it. Just an example, Dave. You know? Oh yeah, that's all it is. See me slapping my hand. Okay, that kind of rips up the. You know.
I as well have always been kind of a fan of talk show radio. Like
live audio wrestling, show.
Yep. And you'll never believe what my biggest inspiration to talk show radio is.
I'm willing to bet it's not Howard Stern, though.
No. It's Chatterbox FM from Grand Theft Auto 3.
Wow.
Oh.
That's
suddenly a lot of your sense of humor makes a lot of sense.
That's really funny.
That is awesome.
Believe it or not, it's that and VCPR from Vice City.
For me, I fucking love VCPR. Like, you get past Flash FM and all the rock stations, you get the VCPR, you're laughing your head off.
Ever since I heard that, I've always wanted to either be a radio host or write my own radio play.
Well, good news is you're sort of a radio host.
Yeah, in a way.
In a way.
We are
For those wondering, podcasts,
live.
that's on-man radio right there, man.
Yeah, and we are broadcasting live.
It's very true.
And I am using a professional microphone.
As am I.
I'm using this garbage can I found.
There we go. There we go. Oh God! Oh,
LPH. I don't know. After Vice City, this talk shows in Grand Theft Auto kind of took a downturn in quality, in my opinion.
Not that it's bad. It's just VCPR. It's just, that's a high bar.
And then I don't know. I also don't like what they did with, for the most part, with I can't Laszlo. I'm not.
Laszlo, yeah.
He was the straight man. And in Vice City, they had a younger version of him, so he was kind of like the jerk ass at that point. But then that sort of just became his character for the rest of the game. So I'm just like, no, he was so good because he's good at playing the straight man to all the crazy shit happening around him. And now you don't have that. And I kind of miss that.
Mm.
And thank you for the 5-star rating, LPH.
What I get the feeling he's trying to be a troll here, trying to be sarcastic, and it's not coming through.
Take the compliments.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Shut the fuck up and take that comment, Matty. Do we do winners? No, we did. We did winners. Yeah, we did.
We're at the plugging segment.
We're at the plugging stuff. Jeez.
YouTube.com/digitalmumbles. YouTube.com/C/TWK reviews. Watch my Snowball Kids 2 review. Watch Mumbles' indie gaming stuffs.
Yes. As far as the rest of the stuff we have, do we have doubleheader this week? Mike, you can confirm this real quick. I believe we have Rising Sun on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. What I do know we have is Helmsman and Tony Helms and the crew doing more video game stuff at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Tony Helms particular twitch.tv channel, twitch.tv/ToneLock, if I'm not mistaken.
ToneLock 3902.
Thank you. Of course, yeah, it is Mike Shell's pick on the Anime Mavericks podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT Entertainment at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday, more Toku Riffs Live. We're back to another. It's another 4-pack of Toku goodness. It'll be Kamen Rider Build, Pacha Ranger versus Lupin Ranger, Gavon, of course. Hurricaneger. It'll be myself, Easy, the Shades, and hopefully Acel should join us for that as well. He's working with Metricon, and of course Sundays is kind of a busy day for him. On Monday, the Shades plays more 8-bit Mega Man 8-bit death match. Tuesday, Rift Down with TWK and the crew for a little while longer. For now. On Wednesday, no Monk Mini. That's not even Monk Minis. It's Second City now. We're into our new campaign, but not doing it this week. It'll be a special edition of RV Talks, as the Monk will be on the move. We have a Ranger recap on Thursday. We'll be riffing another classic edition. Some news to talk about. Some news, not as much as Hasbro a couple weeks ago, but I can tell you we did Time Force. So that happened. It was a good riff. And of course, no Wrestle-Cast this Friday. We're taking a week off because I'm going to see some independent professional wrestling, which I don't know if you noticed, is a thing right now. Okay,
what?
it's a micro campaign. Thanks, Mike. I thought it was like the main campaign. Anyway.
Oh, by the way, there's one thing I just remembered about New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
One thing you'll notice is that in the center of the ring they have the Fire Pro Wrestling logo.
Yeah.
On the one of the corners they have FPW, Fire Pro Wrestling, and on the other corner, I can't believe it said this. On the corner said View Japan.
In Fire Pro?
No. Yeah, for those who don't know, View Japan is what New Japan was always called in the Fire Pro games, because they all use fake names for stuff.
In New Japan, in Best of Super Juniors.
What's that?
In the Best of Super Juniors, you mean?
Yeah, in the Best Super Juniors, like in the ring, like on one side it says FPW, and the other side on the other corner says View Japan. Like for like from what I remember, like Noah is called Nova. All Japan is called
All of Japan. Yeah.
Like and just actually seeing that on an actual company ring, it's like, mwah, love it.
Attention to detail. That's what it is. And of course, we're on Twitch.tv. You can hit that follow button to see if you'll get notifications no matter what. Hit that subscribe button for a very nominal fee per month. You can support us, and you get them official Twitch.tv emotes that we offer up on there. You can send us bits like Evil Reverend has. Every little bit helps, obviously. And if you're on the YouTube on demand, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when we put up the thing. We have recap and Wrestle-Cast going up on a weekly and bi-weekly basis as well. So there's that. On social media, the social media is up there. You could T-Dub's Patreon, patreon.com/TWK reviews. I got my tip jar, paypal.me/MattyJ316. Send us the monies. And Mike Chill, a better value than WB Network for the same price. Well, in yen, 999 yen. But so you pay a little extra, but the extra is worth it. For me, it's like, what, $12 now? Canadian for New Japan World? I am not complaining. That being said, we thank you very much for tuning in and coming on by and say hi for our madness for the last 2 hours. Thank you very much. Hey. Did I tell you to get to the thing? I didn't say goodbye yet, asshole. Fucking Winamp. Anyway, that'll be the show. Thank you very much for tuning in and saying hi on behalf of Mumbles.
That's me.
And TWK.
Until next time, this is TWK of TWK Reviews telling you to work your gimmick.
My name's Matty Jay and TWK, professional wrestling. Oh, he meant subscribing to us. That's very true, Mike Shell. Then again, New Japan's a good value, too. He meant to subscribe to RBT Entertainment on Twitch. That is not that $5. It is a better value than network, that's for sure. That being said, folks, thank you for tuning in. On behalf of everybody, my name is Matty Jay of Professional Wrestling. Support independent promotion as soon as possible. We shall talk to you in 2 weeks. I believe we're previewing Money in the Bank soon. Because we're going to be in June, I think.
Possibly.
I know for at the very least we're doing Dominion. I do know that. So we'll be doing that in a couple weeks. That's going to be a thing. Have a good one. Have a safe one. We'll talk to you later, folks. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You can hit the button now. Bye!
Let me tell you something, pizza meme. First you gotta stretch the largest dough in the world, brother. Then you gotta slam it like Andre and drop the big leg, dude. Then all the pizza maniacs have to sprinkle mozzarella on top for vitamins, brother. What you gonna do when Pizza Mania runs wild on you?